what it is. Hello, fam. Man, I'm about to break down some biblical knowledge to all you wannabe Christians who think you know the Bible and you can't know the Bible because you have to be schooled in some type of symbology and you gotta understand metaphors. See, a lot of you motherfuckers is taking it literally. You can't do that. You take it literally, it's gonna fuck you all up, you know. And you ain't gonna understand it. You know, you're gonna be twisted. So I guess the best way we could start this out, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do this in a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different videos, you know what I'm saying, obviously. So I'm gonna start out in Genesis would be the best way to start this shit out, you know what I'm saying, to get everybody hip to what the fuck is going on. So a lot of you motherfuckers are for 100 years or better, 200 years, 400 years. I don't know when they flipped this Bible around, when the King James Bible started getting mistranslated and twisted up and turned it into a Frankenstein version of I don't know what that people really take to heart. And it's sad that nobody opens up their eyes and wants to go out and ask your question, what the fuck is really going on in this goddamn book? You know? It bugged me forever since I was 13, you know. I just couldn't understand it. None of that shit made sense to me. But in the last few years, I've been studying symbology and metaphors and a lot of esoteric knowledge. So the Bible makes a lot more sense to me now. Even the fucked up the King James Version makes sense to me because it's got a lot to do with deception. It's got a lot to do with fucking your head up. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with truth. You'll never end up in heaven. You'll never end up saved if you believe in the fucking King James Bible. I'm sorry. Hate me if you want. I'm going to still love you. But you ain't going to heaven if you believe in that fucking Bible. I'm going to tell you that right now. You need to go out and learn something for yourself. Get you some knowledge and learn for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to start out with the snake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you motherfuckers truly believe, and excuse my language, I don't mean when I'm saying that. That's just how I talk. I apologize. But y'all actually sit in the pews and at home and believe that Eve, which is a metaphor too, was deceived by a snake. A snake, really. And she ate an apple in the middle of the garden. Now, I'm sorry. That sounds like a Disney fucking plot to me. It doesn't sound like, that don't sound a snake and an apple. That sounds like somebody, come on, man, really? So anyway, I love looking up things, the Hebrew breakdown and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn anything about the Bible, even the fucked up version of the King James Bible, look up the fucking Hebrew versions, the actual meaning of these words, and you're going to learn a whole bunch, you know? And so I looked up, and serpent didn't even exist. Back when they wrote the fucking Bible, the word serpent didn't even exist. Snake did, but serpent never even existed. You know what I'm saying? Do your fucking research and you'll find out. That wasn't even a word back then. But snake, you look up the word snake in Hebrew, and the root word means enchanter. It doesn't mean nothing about, so what we're dealing with is not a snake, not a serpent. We're dealing with a person, an enchanter, a person. And then we talk about, this shit is great too, the apple, you know. Look up the meaning of apple in Hebrew, you know. The apple is the garden, in the middle of the garden. Your body is a garden. It's a metaphor. It's a fucking metaphor. Your body is the garden. What is in the middle of your body? Your sexual organ. You understand this? So she was deceived by an enchanter, whoever, whatever, Satan, Lucifer, call it what you want. But we're dealing with not a snake. We're dealing with not a serpent. we're dealing with a physical person who was slick and could talk, whatever. But he did what he did, and he fought her, and obviously they had sex. What happened in the Garden of Eden? Nothing more than the orgasm was discovered. Can you dig it? You know? Nothing more. You know what I'm saying? And now here's where it gets funky, though. This fucks me up because Eve went back to Adam and deceived Adam and convinced Adam to eat from the fruit, you know? Now here's what's funky. Did Adam have homosexual intercourse with this enchanter? Because if he was deceived too and ate from the apple, and if you look up the meaning of apple in Hebrew, it's more sexual than what you think. So I guess, you know, and here's the people's like, you know, it was easy for Eve to be deceived, you know what I'm saying? Because Adam was around when God was doing shit, was making miracles, and you know what I'm saying, doing shit. Adam witnessed God's miracles and God's works. So he knew not to fuck with this dude, you know what I'm saying? Eve came after a lot of shit. She never witnessed what the fuck Adam witnessed. So that's why she was easier to deceive. She didn't have the knowledge and the experience of what Adam had experienced, you know what I'm saying, the things that he had seen and whatnot. But anyway, it fucks me up, man, because when I reread that, it makes me think that Adam was deceived into having homosexual intercourse with this enchanter, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to label it, but I'm going to call it what it is in the Hebrew tongue. It's an enchanter, you know. That was the title. That's what I'm going to keep it. I don't call it a fucking snake. I don't call it an apple. I call it what it is, you know what I'm saying? Don't get fooled by bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I like to look up, I like to enjoy what I believe in, you know, and I like to understand what I believe in. I never could understand Christianity all through growing up. I went to church as a child, you know what I'm saying? I studied the Bible and it did not make any fucking sense to me. But now that I've been dealing with a lot of symbology and a lot of metaphoric teachings, it means it means a whole bunch, and I understand it a lot more. And man, I tell you what, I wish everybody would go out and take the time, man, to decipher the things that confuse you in that Bible, because a lot of those words don't even fucking mean what you think. Go and check it out for yourself, man. Do the research, and always look in. I like to look in Greek translations and Hebrew translations. Usually that's where you find the truth at. It's weird you wouldn't think that from the Greeks, but the Greeks stole it from the Hebrew. And it is, you know what I'm saying, there is some funky shit in there, but there's a lot of truth, a lot more truth in there than you would imagine. But I always go to the root. It was written in Hebrew, so therefore any true knowledge or any true understanding, it's gonna have to be in Hebrew. You can never understand the Bible, especially the King James version. You're never going. It's a wrap. If you're fucking with that Bible, it's trash. It means nothing. You need to go get you a better Bible. I guess something to start out with for people. If you want to change up, go get like an American Standard version of the Bible. I like the Ethiopian version of the Bible. But even then, it's in English. You know, go and look in the Hebrew tongue. Anything that confuses you with the Bible, man, I'm telling you right now, go look in the Hebrew tongue, and it's really gonna fuck you up, because then you're gonna see why the fuck is the Bible the way it is. There's so much shit that just doesn't make sense in the Bible because it's been twisted. A lot of them books shouldn't even be in the Bible. There's way more knowledge that isn't in the Bible. There's a lot more better books out there with more knowledge that also gives you better understanding of the Bible. But do your research. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. this is the first time, you know what I'm saying? It's always the worst time. I'll make the next one probably, a lot better. But the Garden of Eden is nothing more than the human body, and that apple is nothing more than our sexual organs. And that snake was nothing more than an enchanter, something physical, but that was the metaphor for that's what they decided to title the King James folks back when they decided to fucking put this shit together. They decided to call it a fucking snake. Why? I don't know. Why they call it an apple? I don't know. But it's all metaphors. It's all symbolism. It becomes a lot easier. You get a lot more enlightened and a lot more understanding. But there's nobody that reads the Bible if you don't understand symbology and you don't understand fucking a little bit of esoteric knowledge and metaphors. Don't come at me and tell me you understand the Bible. Don't come at me and tell me you understand the Lord, because you're fucking fooled. You're blind and you think you do. In your heart and your mind, I love you. Believe me, you truly think you do. You have great intentions and the motivation is there. But you need to stop, ask yourself questions, and then go outside of your church and look for the knowledge, because it's not there. You're not going to find any knowledge in any modern church. No matter what the title. They're all preaching their own different type of bullshit, their own agenda. But go out and look for yourself, and you're going to find yourself. You'll find knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You'll find true happiness, and it'll make more sense. The Bible will make a lot more sense. But it's all metaphoric, it's not as bad as you think when you're able to go and research your knowledge, man. More than anything in this world, I cannot express enough to not be fooled when you read that Bible. Because in the end, there's no knowledge in it. It's so twisted that you're never going, just because you feel happy doesn't mean you're saved. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think you know Jesus doesn't mean you know Jesus, because you truly don't. If you're reading that Bible and you're believing that bullshit, you're lost. You're one of those fucking sheep. If you read your Bible, you'll know. You're one of those fucking sheep. And the wolves got your ass, you know what I'm saying? And you're happy, So I'm just here to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Go out there and open your fucking eyes, man. Get out of the matrix, Do your research and it'll make you a better person. You'll be totally way more humble. And you won't be so fearful towards that bullshit that they teach, man. That fucking crazy ass brimstone and fire fucking bullshit. It's not about that, man. It's about the inside of you. You know what I'm saying? The devil inside of you. It's about the God inside of you. I'm not saying you can be God, by no means. But I'm saying that you can be like God. You can also be like the devil. You can be as evil as you want to be. And you can be as good as you want to be. And when you understand the Bible, it's nothing more than that. It's controlling you, It's controlling the God inside of you, People talk about the higher and, the lower. A lot of people don't understand that the higher knowledge is the knowledge in your brain, and the lower knowledge, the fucked up knowledge, is the knowledge in your sexual organs, the lust, I'm saying, when you lust after women or you lust after men, I'm saying, you let your lower half control your higher half, I'm saying, the evil half controlling the half that knows better, I'm saying, and I'm victim of that shit all the time. Sorry, I like to go out, I like hanging out, but I'm getting better, I'm saying, I'm learning more and I'm trying. But always remember, man, stick with the higher knowledge. Don't fuck with the lower knowledge. The lower knowledge will always get you fucked up. You're going to end up in child support court and whatever. Can't pay your bills. Fucking take your license and shit. But get your head right. Do some fucking research, man. And I swear my hand to God, the real God, you'll be happy. You'll be like, damn, yo, I'm not even fucking with this shit no more. It's Because they ain't teaching you shit, man. They ain't teaching you. They just want your money, yo. That's really it. The bottom line is they want your money. You don't need a church to know God. Your body is your temple. Your body is your church. You know what I'm saying? You should stay away from that bullshit. That organized shit ain't gonna lead you nowhere but the places you don't want to go, you know? So, I don't know with that, you know what I'm saying? I'll think up the next one, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, we'll probably get into like some Cain and Abel shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna fuck you up on that one too, you know what I'm saying, in part 2, because a lot of people, the whole world believes, you know, only a small minority of us really believe what's really going on. But the whole world would like to believe that Cain and Abel came from Adam. And he did. Neither of them did. The Bible only says that Seth was begotten by Adam. It said that Adam knew his wife and that they had Cain and Abel. They, not them, meaning the enchanter and Eve. But they never say in the Bible, even my research in Hebrew, that Adam begot Cain and Abel. So Adam was only the father of Seth, the good bloodline, you know, and Cain carried on the bad bloodline. And we'll get into that on the next one, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking up everybody's time. I want to smoke my blunt and smoke a cigarette and chill out and probably eat a piece of pizza. But, man, please do y'all's research, man. And, man, get totally humble with yourself, man. It's a good thing, you know. It's changing me, you know what I'm saying. I don't walk with an attitude no more, you know. I truly believe I love everybody, no matter what your belief, you know. If I can help, I will. If I can't, it's because I can't. It's not because I won't. But one love, God's son. The next one will be even funner. I love all you motherfuckers, man. So, amen to the real man and to the real God. Fuck that King James shit. I love y'all all.